Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Thapelo Phora. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a crazy start to the week, but it's that time of the evening again where we get kicking with BackChat. I hope you guys are excited. This evening we're chatting to Thapelo Phora, so it's gonna be a good one. You know, it's the aim of this is to keep the conversations going. You know, it's all things track and field, motivation, life. And this evening with us, we've got Thapelo Phora. And I'm hoping for a good one. Good evening, everybody. My name is Thapelo Phora. Rvet van Zyl, I see you. Ricky Hurdles, Berkenet, Steenkamp, welcome, guys. It's Sam, Jazz, Shona van der Merwe, welcome. Taylor, Carabello, welcome, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Monday. Hope you guys had a productive one. Olisa, Guma, welcome. Thanks for joining. This evening we're chatting to Thapelo Phora. I'm just waiting for him to join in and then we're gonna get going. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm just searching for him now and then we're gonna get started. Good evening. And welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. It's always an honor to chat with the athletes. And this evening we've got a good one for you. Tomorrow you'll be surprised. It's gonna be we've got another lady coming in. She's in here this evening. Phenomenal runner Rvet van Zyl. She's joining us tomorrow, so you don't want to miss that one. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm just waiting for Thapelo to log in and then we're gonna get going. Oh, I see Tibla has joined. I'm just going to send him an invite and then we're going to get going. So welcome to each and every one of you. We appreciate you joining us. I'm just going to send him an invite. Remember, if you have any questions, make sure to send through your questions. He's ready for me. Good evening and welcome to BackChat. Yes, sir, I'm your host, Thapelo Phora. This evening we're chatting to Thapelo Phora, my brother.
Hi, Themba, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks, man.
Hey, it's been a while, eh?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. This lockdown is keeping us away.
Hey, yeah, but we just gotta keep going, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
They say it's level 2 tomorrow, so it's gonna get better and better, so we just have to hang in there.
No, I hope it does get better.
How have you been otherwise? Staying fit, healthy? How's your mind? Is everything good?
No, I'm all good, Themba, and I've been trying to stay healthy as much as possible, and training is going good so far.
All right, that's good. All right, so welcome. Thanks for joining us. You know, I think it's very important that we have this conversation with the athletes. Yeah, these stories need to be told, and that's why we keep on every week, you know, adding new people. And yeah, thanks for joining. So I'm gonna start very simple. I'm gonna do an introduction, so that the people who are here can know who we're dealing with this evening, and then from there on, we'll take it from there. Is that fine?
Okay, no, that's perfect, Themba, and thanks for having me online.
Hey, tada. Good evening. This evening, guys, we're chatting to Thapelo Phora, known as Tibla. He is the All-African Games 4x400 meter silver medalist, All-African Games 400 meter silver medalist. He's the SA Championship silver medalist in the 400 meter as well. World Championships 400 meter semi-finalist. Athletics World Cup 4x400 meter finalist. He was also part of the Team SA at the World Indoor Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, Thapelo Phora.
Thank you, Themba.
Sure, my brother. All right, I see the big man Isaac Makwala is in the building as well. Rogelio Joseph, Ria Betso Moloi, super supporter there. Lebogang Shange, the day walker, is in here as well. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining. All right, my brother. So we're gonna start Very simple. Before we get anything going, we have to play a very important game. It's called What's in the Bag, 30 seconds. So you've got 30 seconds to name as many things as possible that you have inside of your competition bag. Coming to you. 3, 2, 1.
That I have?
Inside your competition bag.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
First thing, I have my spikes.
Okay.
I have my recovery shake. I have my pre-workout. I have my tights, my competition attire, and also some snacks.
Let's go. Let's
And
go. You've got time. You've got time. Name more things. More things.
also have some. Okay, I said snacks. I have like I have my headset on. I
Okay.
also got I have like something
And
sweet.
time. Okay, 7.
Um,
Time.
ah.
I'm gonna give you 7.
Okay. I don't really take much when I go to competition.
Now that's good. I see sprinters usually pack light. The ladies usually pack everything in there. They've got 18 items, 17, 16. But yeah,
I don't want extra weight before competition. I want to be as light as possible.
absolutely. All right, let's get started. Obviously, being a 400-meter athlete or an athlete in South Africa, it's tough. We know it's tough. And you've got an interesting story, man, coming from, Mamelodi stand up. We've got the child over here. So tell us about your journey. Where did your athletics journey start? I mean, coming from Mamelodi, training there, or starting there. Where did your journey with athletics start? Where did it start? Where did it all begin?
Okay, Themba, I come from the dusty streets of Mamelodi, and coming from Mamelodi, it's quite difficult, man, to get where you are, So, actually, honestly speaking, it all started when my mom sent me, like, I once had an interview with Mamelodi. It's a newspaper, Mamelodi newspaper. I told them everything, like where I come from. So it all started when my mom sent me to a shop to buy her half cup, a sheep head. So my mom was, yeah. So she had her last 20 rand. She told me, she's like, no, Thapelo, I'm craving half cup. Please go buy it for me.
Yeah.
So I used to be one of the best soccer players around,
Okay.
So I always got goals because of the speed.
Yeah.
So no one knew that I'm the fastest boy around in Mamelodi. So every time when I go out the streets, someone just wants to compete with me, So one day, this other short guy by the name Dumisani, from the city. So the boy came up to me, like, bro, I want to race with you. I heard you're the fastest boy in Mamelodi, So I was like, with confidence, I was like, yeah, I'm the fastest guy, man. So come on, do you want to bet? So Themba, I had my mom's 20 rand. Then I was like, okay, come on, let's bet. I was like, let's bet. Bet. Themba, I was shocked. I was surprised, man. The guy beat me. Then I was like, okay, no, let's go again. We went for 100 meters. He beat me again. My mom's 20 rand was gone.
God.
So when I got home, I got the hiding, man, the hiding of my life. So since then I was like, no, man, I really need to pick up my speed. I need a coach. So the guy gave me advice, like, no, you should go to Hatfield in Tucks and tell him that you need a coach. So I went to Hatfield. I met Omdani. I spoke to Omdani. I told him I need a personal coach. I want to be an athlete. Then he introduced me to the material. So that's exactly where it all started. Then I started training with Henny Kriel. He put in all the work, all the effort. Then that's who I am. That's where I come from. That's how it all started.
Yeah, I remember. Even before you went to Nico, I remember you were with the Tani. You were training with yourself and Ashley Songwani were training with the Tani. Tani, what's her name?
Tani Inga.
No, you were with the other Tani. Which Tani did you start with?
Oh no. I started with Henny, then Ashley moved to the Tani. I was
okay.
Henny, I went straight to Nico.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So obviously that's where it started. And in the beginning, just tell us about the journey. I mean, obviously, you lost 20 rand betting in the streets, so you knew you needed to do some work, obviously.
Yeah, so that I can, like, I just wanted revenge. I wanted to compete with him again. So I needed someone to push me, someone to train me, you know. So then, yeah, I got to Tugs. Then I got a personal coach. Then Temba, I went back to Mamelodi. I went again. I told the guy, "Come on, let's bet again." Then I beat him. But then the thing is, also in primary, I was one of the fastest guys in primary. Then got to high school. I was also one of the fastest guys in high school. But then, you know, being a teenager, everyone loves soccer. You know, the girls love soccer. The girls weren't following athletes. They weren't really into athletics, you know. So I thought maybe no, soccer is the life. Soccer is the life. And I started joining a soccer club back in high school. Then, like, I forgot about athletics.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that's when everything. That's where I lost all the speed. Then the guy beat me in Mamelodi. Then that's when I told myself, no, I gotta come back. I gotta go back to the sports, you know.
It's an interesting story, but at least you got your revenge, and since then, I mean, you've been able to see the world as well. So it's a good story.
Yeah. Oh, and again, I think where all the talent come from is because whenever my mom sends me to the shops, she'd
Yeah.
spit on the floor, then tell me to come back before the spit is dry. So I used to sprint every time when I go to the shops. I'd sprint. You know, so that's where I get all the endurance from.
It's crazy, you know,
the,
like,
funny thing,
yeah,
the funny
continue.
thing is, when I go to Coach Henny, I only did 100 and 200.
Oh.
Thinking that no, I come from Mamelodi and I've got the speed. I'm gonna dominate when I come to tax. I remember there was one race I'll never forget. I ran against Akani Simbin on the 200. Temba, I was moving full out, bro. Then I just see Akani jogging on the jogging around. So that's when I knew that no man, like there's more. There's more to this. I didn't know about techniques. I didn't know about high knees and stuff. You know,
Yeah. Hey, athletics it's a journey, eh?
it's a journey, man. It's a
It's
journey.
a journey. It's a journey. There's no rushing this process. Like, you must just commit and take it one day at a time, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously you said you started at the 100 and 200, and then when did you discover the 400 then? Where did the 400-meter journey start?
There was a time when there was a leak in Tux. Then my coach wasn't around, you know. So Ashley Fangwani was like, no, Pai, maybe you should come and try out the 400 meters, you know.
Okay.
I didn't tell my coach about it. I just went, I ran my 400 meters. My first race was, I ran a 48. Then I told Coach Henny that I ran a 400 meters and I ran a 48. So he's like, no, that's not bad. Maybe
Yeah.
you should do that, you know. So that's where it all started. I went to 400 meters. Then my main focus was 400 meters because I used to get a lot of injuries when I do 100 and 200.
Yeah.
But when I then everything went smooth. Everything was much better.
Okay. So Ashley is the one who actually plugged you in, eh?
Honestly, he's the one who plugged me in.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a good journey. I mean, you know, like, I think everybody wanted to either be a sprinter, 100, 200. I mean, like, the 400 is not something that you just hear, I knew I wanted to do it. I don't think anybody starts there, but it's always, once you do it once, you know, and that bug bites you, no,
Yeah.
go on.
Then you're in. It's addictive. It's addictive.
You get addicted to lactic. Okay, you know, so yeah, that's interesting because I never knew the story. It's
Yeah.
it's good to hear. I think that's the point of everything here. So obviously then you started training with Henny. At what point did you know that, okay, this running and the 400-meter, this is something that I want to do as a professional athlete? At what point was this?
Because when I realized that all my friends are actually doing 400 meters, Ranti Dikhal and Esli Fangwane.
Yeah.
So I used to feel a bit left out when they go compete with the 400. Then I go along and do the 100 and 200 meters, you know.
Yeah.
So then I was like, maybe I should focus more on the 400. Like Coach Henny said, I should try focus on the 400.
Yeah.
Then the one time I went to Pilditch, then I ran the 48 again. So I felt that no man, it's not bad because, like, I mean, once you get a bad start, it's like you've got 80% chance to catch up with the guys, you know?
Yeah.
The 100 meters, once you get a bad start, then it's over.
Yeah.
I realized, no, man, this is for me. I've got the endurance for it. So then, yeah, I thought maybe, no, I should actually focus on the 400.
Yeah, absolutely. Good choice, Baba. Good choice.
I don't want to lie, I don't regret making that choice, man.
Big up to John Siliga. I see you. James Siliga in the house as well. Oh, ep40, shotgun flavor. Hey, shotgun. We need to get shotgun on here. Sam Tembu, Gary van Staden, Leo, Emil Petersen. Welcome, guys. Jump Kid 100. Welcome. Am I missing anybody? Adrian Klaassen, Travis Kukamur. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. Makwala, the greatest Makwala, also in here. Dace Malibane, Abongile, welcome, guys. Chris Ahrens, Princess, yeah, a lot of people are going to be in and out. I know there'll be like over 150 people that are in and out, so it's good. Thanks for joining, guys. Even if you just pop in for a few seconds, we appreciate it. It's all good. All right, so let's carry on. So defining moment number one, obviously, 2016 was a start. Let's call it it was a start for youth. You know, I mean, you yourself, John Siliga. I can't remember. I think Ufense was there. Or who else? You guys went to the World Indoors.
Sean Diaga.
Oh, Sean Diaga. Yeah.
Also Skosana.
Okay. Yes. Oh, where's Kosana? But yeah, we'll find him. But tell us about that journey. You know, first time representing South Africa. You're wearing national kit. You know, you're gonna represent your country, but the event is indoors. I mean, you've never ran a single indoor race going to this competition. Tell us about that journey.
Okay, Temba. First of all, I want to say not many people can walk in a mile in my shoes. I mean, like 2015 was actually one of my worst years, you know, in the sports. Because like I used to live in Mamelodi, I used to travel by train. You know, I'd wake up at 6 in the morning, catch a train, come to training, go to gym. After gym, I'd sleep by the track just to wait for the afternoon session, you know. So there was a lot of sacrifices, man, to get to the world indoors. Like I really did a lot of sacrifices. And you know, at home, your mom will obviously cook a meal like with magwinya and stuff, you know, oily foods. So it's difficult to stick to the diet.
Yeah.
But then I had to sacrifice. Most of the times I'd rather eat bread rather than eating oily foods, you know. So like the journey was long, man, Temba. It was really tough. It was really tough. But then as soon as I got to the world indoors, like I tasted that thing, man. I don't know how I should say it.
It's that
like,
thing.
Putting on the green and gold attire, man. It feels, there's just this feeling, I can't even explain it, bro.
Yeah.
So once I got to the world indoors, like I told myself, man, I've always wanted to be here. Like it's been my dream to put on this attire representing South Africa, you know?
Yeah.
It was my first time competing on the a 2-lap indoor track.
Yeah.
But no, this is not gonna stop me, man, from showing the whole world my hard work. So remember, I started the 400-meter race in my heat. So it was like only 4 guys. Then they only said only the top 3 goes to the final.
Yeah.
I ran all out, bro. I ran all out just to make the top 3. So, because I hear a lot of people, they always tell you that going to the indoors for the first time, it's gonna be difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But, I've got a different opinion on that. I really enjoyed the indoor more than the outdoor.
Ow.
Yeah, it's like this extra boost because the track goes.
Yeah.
It goes. Yeah. So I really enjoyed my first indoor race.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, like you're saying, you know, there's that thing. Once you taste that thing.
Once you taste it, you always want it. As far as I can remember, after putting on the SA attire for the very first time in 2016, then I made sure that every single day I put it on. Every single day, I made sure I don't miss it out. Like I said, that team.
Yeah, no, it's that thing, man. I think every South African feels like that. You know, like what I like about South Africa is that we're a proud country, man. And you know, to hear your story about where you came from, the sacrifices. That's why I said Mami Lodi stand up, because you know here's one of Mami Lodi's child. You know, who came from the same difficult situation that some kids will find in Mami Lodi. Not everybody. Some have it good in moms, but some don't. You know, and to make such sacrifices, to set goals, and to end up wearing the SA national kit, man, it's a big deal. And those stories are important to tell, because you know they bring hope.
Yeah, and like Themba, growing up in a place like Mamelodi, as I was a kid, the only thing we used to see around the streets is people that smoke, people that rob other people, thieves. Then those are the only things that we see. Then we think maybe this is cool.
Mm.
So I'm very grateful, man, to be able to step out of the box, be one of the guys that was able to choose a different life than choosing to be like my other friends in my melody who decided to stand by the corners and smoke drugs and stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, like as I've got older, I've learned that we are not defined by our past.
Yeah,
Where we come from will always be a part of me, Temba, but it doesn't define my true character.
absolutely,
So
man.
yeah.
Absolutely. And now I totally agree. You're speaking my language, yeah? You're speaking. I see the hyena, Kabelo Musosi, is in the building. I saw somebody else, Prudence Hodi, so thanks for joining. Aaron, what is it? Aaron, sir, Denver, welcome to you. Say Speed, Samkelo, is also in here. Sabela. We've got Ransumo Kopane, Days, I've mentioned. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. I can't see everybody. That's why if I don't say your name, there's no beef between us. I can't see them all. All right, let's carry on. So 2016, you said defining moment. You decided after that moment that listen, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to wear SA colors, and obviously there started being improvement. I remember. Let's just talk about the classic shootout. I think it was 2016. 2016, you ran your
uh,
first classic shootout, ne?
my first 300 meters.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Bob. So you were there, classic shootout. Tell us about that vibe, because I know after that year, as long as you were healthy, you've never missed a classic shootout. And man, we believe in this race. I'm telling you, I've never seen an athlete who's run a classic shootout and ever stayed the same. After that race, there's something. It's like it unlocks keys, the gears, they change, the valves in the engine open up. Tell us about that experience and the classic shootouts. What have they meant for you, for instance?
Okay, Temba, there's something about running the classic shootout because Backtrack gives you that exposure, man, the exposure that we deserve.
Yeah.
So first time when I ran a classic shootout, I mean the track was like almost full, bro. Everyone was watching. So it felt like one of those big competitions, man. I felt like I don't know how it feels like to be in a place like the Olympics, but then it felt like something like that. It felt like I'm running it like world champs or Olympics. Because the
Yeah.
thing is, people support you, man. The crowd is screaming. Then
Yes.
you don't want to disappoint people, but I know people are looking up to you. So since then, I told myself, no, I'll never ever skip the classic shootout because as soon as I'm done running the classic shootout, there's just something, man, that pumps me.
Yeah.
Like I just want to go out there and compete.
I'm telling you, like what you're saying, it's like, and we need more of those competitions. And, I think that's what we need to get to next in South Africa. I remember we brought Offense. I mean, Offense was running all over the world that time. I mean, I don't think between Offense and LJ Van Sale, they're probably like the two most decorated 4x4 runners in South Africa. Offense
Yeah,
Magohan. And, when we brought him there, and every year we brought like some of the best. I'm just even talking about the early days. We brought some of the best runners in the country. We brought Buma Paseka, Makanya. We brought in guys from, we had Gibruet from Ethiopia. We had, and everybody is saying, man, this feels like, it feels like we're at a big championship. And I mean,
exactly.
that's that environment. So the first time you ran, you win the 300. Obviously, there was a very big moment, and you had a very good season with that. And you also went to run a 600 as well. And then this year again, back to the 300. Let's first talk about that 600. I mean, that was a crazy race, clocking a 1:15 in January, end of January, with Mohammed Abbas. Tell us about that race, and then we're going to talk about the war you had this year with Sinesipho Dambile.
Okay, Temba, about the 600. I think my coach, Coach Nico, actually prepared me very well for that 600-meter race, because we've been focused more on the speed endurance and the endurance as well. Yeah. I know I'm a runner, but then the program that Nico gives us, it's like something like an 800-meter program, you know? Yeah. So I told myself, no, maybe I should try out the 600 and see where it's going to take me. Because that's actually, I won't say it was my first time running the 600. I remember a long time ago, I ran a 600 against you guys, and it didn't go pretty well because I didn't have the endurance. So whenever we did some trials at the track, I remember I used to run quick times when it comes to the 500. Also, I used to clock quick times when it comes to the 600. Yeah. So I told myself, no, maybe I should try the 600 with Abbas, because I saw it's also an opportunity to run against top athletes, top international athletes. Yeah. So my plan, Temba, was to go to clock a 47 on the first 100. Yeah. So yeah, but then as soon as I got to the startup line, then I was like, no, man, maybe I should just stick with the guys, then kick on the last 100. Then when I got to the finish line, I was actually surprised, man. I was surprised when I saw the clock. And one of the biggest mistakes I did when I got to the finish line, I stopped and then I passed it. So that's one of the mistakes I'm fixing whenever I go to training, because of it always starts at training. You always stop before or it becomes a habit. Yeah. So that's very good. Yeah. I'm sure if I stopped then I was gonna definitely run a huge PB. That race was yours, man. I was yeah. It was literally, you just went ma, and that guy went ma. Yeah. You know, I keep watching the video, man. I keep watching the video, and it keeps reminding me to actually focus on that, fix it whenever I'm training. Like, never stop before the finish line. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, 2019. Hey, 2019. No, 2020. That was 2019. 2020 this year. Hey, the year started off nice as well. You know, like South Africans, man. Like it's such an honor, man. Like even from Backtrack side to just be in the athletic scene and just being able to cover races. You know, I mean, we've covered everything from road races where people are choke slamming each other over 21K. We've done marathons. We've done 160s. I mean, cross country races. But I'm telling you, man, a shootout. Hey, I mean, it's something else. Hey. Okay, so let's get into the 300. So it's yourself. I mean, this is a stellar lineup. Clarence Munyai hurt his hand a week before. No, in that week, I remember I sent me a message. He's like, "Ish, I hurt my hand." I was like, "Ish, don't worry, man. Don't feel bad. These things happen." But I've got a strong lineup. I knew we had a strong lineup. I mean, we had yourself, Ngoni Makusha from Zimbabwe. We had we brought in Ernst Narib from Namibia. Zagiti Nene was in the mix. We had Sinesipho Dambile, Kyle Apple. Who am I missing? I mean, it was. I mean, there was a quality lineup, Of course, definitely. And the vibe was also, it was nice. It was amazing. The track was full. It was packed. It was amazing. Tell us about the race. We did that video, Born Again. You could see, man, you're in the zone. You're getting ready. What's going on in your mind, and how does this race go? Honestly speaking, the thing that was going on in my mind is that looking back at all the 300-meter races I had with Clarence Munyai, I realized that he always runs away from me from the first 100 meters, Yeah. So last year off season, like I told myself, I've been preparing for the 300. I told myself, no, I don't want to let this happen again. So I need to focus more on my speed, more
Yeah,
on my start.
yeah,
No, so that's what I did, Temba. I started focusing more on my start out of the blocks. I started focusing more on my speed, and it actually paid off. I just wanted to make sure because I knew Clarence and Dambila are really quick out of the blocks, and they've
yeah,
got the speed. I
yeah.
wanted to make sure that I come up with a surprise this time around. Whenever they
Yeah.
go out, I see.
Hey.
Because one thing I know for sure is that I'm a former winter runner and I'm a power runner. Once I leave the blocks with the guys, it's gonna be difficult for them to stick with me on the last 100 meters. You
Yeah.
know, that was my plan. So it almost worked, but then
Hey.
the boy done.
Hey.
Hey, that boy is stubborn. That boy is strong. So as soon as the gun went, Timber, I just wanted to make sure I stick with the boy. But the
Yeah.
boy was like he was moving. He was moving. Um, as I watched the videos, I saw I was the first one to turn
Yeah.
around I was the so I thought maybe no, I'm done with the guy. He's behind me.
Hey.
So I started relaxing, man. I thought maybe no, I've got this. Next thing I just see the boy
The
coming
boy.
strong. And it really destroyed me, man. I was like, no, man. So I started tensing up. So once I started tensing up, then he just went past.
Hey.
But then, like, I really, like, it was a great race, and I'll never forget that race. Every time I watch that race, I get goosebumps. I
You
say
know,
that's one of my best races.
yeah. I mean, 32.13, Dambile 32.10. I mean, it was literally the last 50 this was happening. We're like,
It
yo,
was tight. It was
what's
tight.
happening? Wars in Nigeria, they would say wars happening. It was
Yeah,
war.
it was a war, man. Next thing you hear the crowd screaming, they pumping you, man.
You
Like I
know,
said, Backtrack, the classic shootout, it gives you an opportunity to run against the top athletes.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't think I'll ever get the opportunity to run against Tambile. He's a top athlete.
Of course,
So,
of course.
like, it's really a pleasure, man, to run against people like Tambile, people like the guy from Zimbabwe or
Ngoni
Zambia.
Makusha.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like an opportunity, man, to run against the top guys. It also gives
yeah,
you an opportunity to run the 300 meters. 300 meters, it's just a odd event.
yeah,
You only get the chance to run it once in a year, and which is with Backtrack.
yeah. No, man, absolutely. Hey, I was speaking to the boy last week, Sinesipo. Hey, and you can hear, man, that boy is stubborn. He's hard.
Hey, 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 Temba, he doesn't give up, man. He doesn't give
Ah,
up.
hi, ngono ndife. He's fully committed.
He's a warrior, bro. That
Warrior.
boy's a fighter.
I call him a Xhosa warrior. Okay, now let's time is moving. We need to wrap it up soon. A very important question next. What is your motivation? What motivates you to wake up, train, and to try to be the best athlete you can be? What is your
Yeah.
motivation?
Temba, honestly speaking, man, my motivation is like looking back from where I come from, thinking about the sacrifices and the tough times, It really, every time when I wake up in the morning, I tell myself, no, you didn't come all this way to play around.
Yeah,
You know? So that's actually one of the biggest things that motivates me. Like looking back where I come from, I want to work harder than I am now, just to change the situation at home, my situation.
yeah,
That really motivates me. That's one thing that every single time, every single day when I wake up, I think about where I come from.
mm. No, man, it's a good motivation. I always say, where you come from, your environment wants to dictate who you can be, but your environment can't tell you who you are destined to be, and if you're destined to see the world, to run at championships, to get on the planes and represent South Africa, it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you focus and you keep your eye on the dream and the goal, it will happen. I remember we
Yeah,
met
it will
in
happen.
Uda game 2019. We were at a
Yes,
competition
yes.
there. I was pace setting the 1,000 meter, and you were running the the 400 that day. And I remember after that race, you know, you went and you won that race. I think also Lukolo Adams also won. I even did small videos for Backtrack, just people that they can see we're international. Yeah. So,
I remember
that. You know, after the race, they give you a medal and they give you like a 6-pack. I think it was a 4-pack of alcohol.
Of alcohol. Yes.
You remember what I said? I said, "Hey, bro." I said, "Keep away these things. You must focus." Hey.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did, Temba. I remember the alcohol. I gave it to Isaac Makona's coach. I mean, those guys, man, they're trying to make us slow. You win a competition, then.
I remember I said, "Hey, my bro," I said, "You need to focus here. We're here to work. Eh? We'll play at home. Here it's work." And I mean, you took it, man. You took that message. And there it was one of those years again, you know, you really set yourself up as one of the top 400-meter runners in South Africa. So, yeah, big ups for listening.
Thanks. I remember those words. I even told Peter Conradi, because Peter Conradi also won himself a pack.
Yeah.
So you also gave it away.
All right, man. We're going to wrap it up now.
Okay.
Yeah. Any message you'd like to tell to South Africa, people who support you? You know, like, I mean, in life, you know, none of us are perfect. We want to be good. We want to do the right things. You know, we make mistakes, but we keep on getting up and we keep on fighting. Doesn't matter where you come from, you know. What message would you have to people who support you and everybody who is, you know, wanting you to be the best?
Okay. First thing first, I want to say, never let your past define who you are. You know.
Yeah.
Use it as an advantage. You know, use it as a motivation.
Yeah.
And don't look back and think, no, I come from a poor environment, so I can't do this, I can't do that. You know.
Yeah.
What you want and do it. Just do it.
Absolutely, man. My brother, ladies and gentlemen, we were chatting to Thapelo. Thapelo, I really appreciate it, man. I thanks for your time. Are you still connected? Thanks for joining in. Thanks to each and every one of you who watched this evening. We really appreciate it. You know, South African athletics has a lot of talent. Let's keep supporting. Let's keep pushing. You know, let's be there for each other. We're a community. It's a smaller community compared to the other sports, but and yeah, we appreciate you all. Thanks for joining and thanks for watching. Makwala, my brother, we need to arrange for you to come in. You are half South African in our eyes as well, so we'll make a plan. To each and every one of you who joined, thanks guys, thanks for watching, we appreciate it. Tomorrow we'll be back with a vet fan sale, so make sure to join, don't miss out. Let's continue these conversations. Why? Chicken, my brother, because it's important for South Africa. Take care, good night from me, Tamba Madima, hashtag Diary of a Vendor, hashtag Nda. Good night.